Hi, everybody. My name is Paul Engemann, and I'm a Triple Diamond with Rain International. And what I'd like to talk to you about today is something that's bigger than just a product or a business. This is really about the world that we're living in and the challenges that people are facing, and how you and I can actually be the breakthrough that someone is desperately waiting for. We're going to talk about global wellness challenges, financial pressures, the rise of chronic disease, and the fact that millions of people are looking for simple ways to feel better, to live better, and to earn better. Then I'm going to show you how Rain International gives you the opportunity to step right into that gap to create health, to create hope, and if you choose to create income, but really on your terms. So, it's kind of ironic. Despite all the scientific progress that we have made, degenerative diseases are skyrocketing. Cancer, stroke, diabetes, dementia, the numbers are rising, not falling. And this tells us something really important. Technology is advancing, but our health isn't. So what do we have to do? We've got to do something different. There's also an obesity epidemic. I'm old enough to remember when there wasn't, but it's just out of control. And it's not because people are lazy or gluttonous. It's marketing. It's processed food, it's stress, it's emotional eating, it's cheap junk that is everywhere, especially targeted at kids, to get them addicted, and the result is skyrocketing weight gain and mood disorders and anxiety and depression and burnout. But healthy food isn't just nutrition. It's mental health. It's emotional stability and it's long-term well-being. So it's very important. And these aren't mysteries. We know the culprits. We know it's the processed food, and then it's also environmental toxins, it's processed foods, it's inflammatory oils, it's nutrient depleted soils that our farmers are growing our food in. It's genetically modified seeds, it's pesticides, chronic stress. Our food is really just kind of stripped of nutrients, and our bodies are overloaded. The path forward is really simple. If you think about it, we got to remove the garbage and restore the nutrients. And here's where you come in. Every crisis creates a wave of opportunity, especially when you can provide real solutions to real problems that real people have. So the wellness crisis it's massive. So the opportunity to help people and to build business at the same time is massive as well. And that's what social entrepreneurship looks like. Doing good and earning well at the same time. You're earning because you're doing something wonderful, right? That makes a difference, that matters. So the solution to what we've been talking about, it's surprising because it's a tiny little thing that we all know about and it seems kind of obvious. Seeds. Seed-sourced nutrition. This is where Rain changes everything. I don't know if you knew this, but the most nutrient-dense, potent, powerful food source on Earth, it's not berries, it's not vegetables, it's not superfruits. What do you think it is? It's seeds. Seeds contain the highest concentration of nutrients, antioxidants, minerals, healthy fats, phytonutrients, enzymes, proteins, all in their pure form. In fact, seeds are 20 to 30 times more potent than the plants they grow into. They're more nutrient dense. In other words, gram per gram, they're 20 to 30 times more packed with nutrition than what grows from them. So a grape seed is dramatically stronger than a grape. A raspberry seed is more nutrient dense than a berry. And a black cumin seed is a powerhouse of anti-inflammatory compounds. It's nature's original superfood, concentrated, pure, and alive. Seeds. But here's the thing, you can't just sit down and eat a bowl of seeds because they would go right through you, wouldn't they? Rain cracked the code on how to extract all that goodness without destroying it. So it's pure, it's potent, and it's bioavailable, and that means that your body actually absorbs it and uses the nutrients, which most supplements really can't claim. So here's how they do that. They have a patented protocol that's called the Nutrient Preservation Protocol, and it's low temperature processing. They use reverse osmosis filtration of any water that's in the product. There is a light technology, and there is zero chemical use, no chemical extraction. And that keeps the nutrients alive and active and bioavailable, and that means that you actually feel the difference. Now, this is really where Rain separates itself from 99% of the wellness world. You know, most nutrition companies make claims, they talk about antioxidants, or they say they're high quality or clinically backed, but Rain did something very different. They had a lot of confidence, and they put their products through rigorous third-party, independent, peer-reviewed laboratory testing. And the results weren't just good, they were historic. At Brunswick Labs, which was one of the most respected analytical labs in the world, Rain's flagship products were tested for cellular inflammation reduction, immune function, oxidative stress reduction, aging markers, antioxidant capacity. And here's what the tests showed, and it's kind of mind-blowing. A massive 80% in cellular inflammation reduction. Inflammation at its core is the trigger of so many degenerative processes within the body. And Rain's formulation lowered it dramatically. If you can lower inflammation, you can improve health. They also showed a 67% increase in immune function. And that means that your body is better equipped to fight stress, illness, and environmental threats. They showed a 79% increase in resistance to aging. That's not superficial aging, cellular aging. That's wow. So these aren't testimonials. These aren't marketing claims. These are hard scientific measurements, hard numbers, showing how the human body responds to seed-based nutrition. Very few natural products in the world have this level of verification, and this is why doctors, athletes, parents, high performers, and people fighting for better health are turning to Rain. So when you combine real nutrition and real science, you get real results. Now, we also have world-class medical advisors. We have a medical advisory board that is just amazing. And at the head of it is Dr. Daniel Beckles. He is a cardiovascular surgeon, and he oversees formulation and science. And Dr. Beckles is a board-certified doctor in both general surgery and cardiothoracic surgery. He holds, additional to his being a doctor, he holds a PhD in molecular and cell biology, cardiovascular, meaning he's not just a surgeon, he's a scientist in the lab too. His clinical practice includes complex heart surgeries as well as transplants, heart, lung transplants, really cutting edge medicine. Beyond the operating room, Dr. Beckles gives back. He mentors, he researches, he teaches. He brings global outreach programs to underserved communities. So it's just amazing that Dr. Beckles is here with us at Rain as one of our top advisors. The research is solid, the science is solid, the results speak for themselves. So let's talk about some of the products. So Sol and Sol Red, these are the kind of the masthead products from Rain International. Sol, black cumin seed, black raspberry seed, grape Chardonnay seed. Sol Red has red raspberry seed. These products are incredibly anti-inflammatory. They support immunity, recovery, energy. And if you don't know about black cumin seed, go Google black cumin seed health benefits. It will blow your mind. That's one powerful little seed. Core is our green product. Core also has black cumin seed in it, but then it has spirulina, chlorophyllin, chlorella, kale, milk thistle, dandelion root, wheatgrass, aloe vera. One little sachet of Core is like drinking 7 8-ounce green smoothies. It is just it's shampoo for your body, for your internal organs. Anything that acts like a filter. So your skin, your lungs, your liver, your kidneys, other organs that act in that fashion, they're cleansed by Core, and it makes you feel amazing. Honestly, the first time I tried these different products, Soul Red, Core, my body just went, oh, yes, thank you, more please. Beet is our cardiovascular product, and it's got the beetroot in it and other seed formulations that work to give you incredible cardiovascular benefits that support your cardiovascular health, also sexual health and endurance. So that's a wonderful product. Pure. Now this is our probiotic product, also seed-based. It has high levels of probiotics, but also prebiotics. That's this food for the probiotic. And you know, probiotics are really important because the gut is where your health starts. It's kind of everything. It's attached to your immune system, your mood, your digestion, energy. They all begin in the gut. Oh, another thing I want to tell you that's very important. None of these products have artificial anything, and they're all vegan and vegetarian friendly. And once again, these are products that are sourced from being able to squeeze out that goodness out of those seeds. Renew. Renew is a daily detox. It comes in a capsule form. It's kind of a daily reset, support for your body's natural elimination system. Bright is for your brain. It's a nootropic. It's got lion's mane in it, other seed blends in there that really help to give you focus, energy. And this is not like a sort of a frenetic energy. It doesn't make you shaky. It lifts you in a very calm way and gives you focus. Form is our protein. It's a plant and seed-based protein. Very easy to digest, very high levels of protein, and amazing for recovery. Vita is it's just sunshine in a bottle, guys. You know, pretty much everybody on the planet is vitamin D deficient. It's just the fact. So it's very important that you supplement with vitamin D, but you got to get the right kind. And it's important that vitamin D be combined with vitamin K, K2 and E, and so that's this formulation. There are other very healthy seed extracts in there. You know, this formulation is really important for bone health, for your mood, once again for immunity, for maintaining healthy hormone levels. So Vita really delivers what modern life sort of takes away because we're indoors so much, and it's hard to get that vitamin D even if you're outdoors a lot. So those are some of the amazing products from Rain. These products are cutting edge, patented. They're really incredible. I'm happy to say that I've tried every single one of them. I use pretty much every single one of them on a daily basis, and I have felt such a difference in my life. You know, I'm approaching 60, kind of from the wrong end, but I don't feel that way. And it's really because of these tremendous products that I've been on for many years now. So I can tell you that that's my testimonial. Now, something else that I love about Rain is that Rain gives back. This isn't just about, you know, people making money or even just improving health. This is about leaving the world a better place than we found it. So every single purchase from Rain supports an organization called Seeds for Change. And, you know, this goes towards global food security in endangered communities. Seeds for Change has done so much good throughout the world to support the environment and to support really wonderful causes around the globe. And you can really feel good about working with Rain and using the products because part of the profit from every product goes to this wonderful organization. Okay, now I want to talk about something that's very important for you, and that's called the Power Law. And this concept is one of the most important business principles, honestly, that you'll ever hear. If you understand this slide, you'll understand why rain is one of the most strategic opportunities of our time. Because when a new innovation enters the world, the first movers, the people that take the first action, capture the majority of the market. Not a little more, not 5% or 10% more, but the overwhelming majority. Apple, let's look at Apple. It's a great example. So there were phones before the iPhone, right? Lots of them. But Apple reimagined what phones could be. And because they were the first in that new category, they captured a massive slice of the global market. And honestly, nobody's ever been able to catch up to them. Look at Tesla. They didn't invent electric cars, but they were the first company to popularize, modernize, and mass market them. And they changed the consumer perception. They changed the industry. And because they were the first to do it at scale, they own the EV category in a way that honestly their competitors can't touch. Why does this matter to you? Because Rain is the first company in the world to build a global wellness brand around seed source nutrition. Not powdered plants, not synthetic vitamins, but the most potent source of nutrition in nature, seeds. We are the Apple and the Tesla of seed nutrition and functional seed science. We're not following a trend. We created the trend. And the power law tells us something very simple. When you position yourself early in a category creating company, the upside is exponential. It's explosive growth. So you're not just looking at perhaps joining another wellness company. You're standing in front of an entirely new wave in global nutrition. One that people will be talking about 5, 10, 20 years from now. You're early. You are positioned, you're in the right place at the right time, and the power law is on your side. So now let's talk about something that people today, they crave it more than ever before, and that's a lifestyle. They want a healthy, balanced lifestyle. And when I say lifestyle, I'm talking about Rain as a lifestyle business. I don't mean a hobby or a side hustle that drains your weekends or something that you squeeze in between everything else. I mean a business that supports your life and not the other way around. Think about how the world has changed. People aren't looking for cubicles and commutes anymore. We're not excited about clocking in and clocking out or asking permission to take a day off or to go to the restroom. We want flexibility, freedom. We want to work with people we actually like. And we like the ability to travel. And most importantly, to spend time with the people that matter to us, our families, our friends, our loved ones, to enjoy our lives while building something meaningful. And that's exactly what Rain offers. See, this isn't a job. In a job, you trade time for money, and there's only so many hours in a day. This is a vehicle for freedom. A vehicle that you can build at your own pace from your phone, from your home, from anywhere in the world. And you choose your hours, and you choose your team, and you choose your goals, and you choose your income path. And here's the best part, it grows with you. You know, and it's up to you. If you want to start small, you start small. If you want to build slowly, you build slowly. If you want to build fast, which I like, trust me, this system can scale very fast. This is a business designed for everyday people. People like me and you, parents, entrepreneurs, you know, people that love traveling, people that are creative, college students, retirees, anyone who wants more control over their time, their energy, and their financial future. And I really want you to hear this. A lifestyle business does not force you to choose between your income and your freedom. It lets you have both. Most people go through life trading one for the other. They either have time and no money or money and no time. A lifestyle business like Rain breaks that compromise. Imagine being able to earn from your phone while you're waiting in the carpool line, or while you're on a beach, or you're traveling, or you're Or while you're sleeping, believe it or not, because your team is growing in another time zone. Imagine being able to build something that doesn't own your life, but actually allows you to own your life, actually gives you your life back. And that's really what this business represents. Not just a business, but a better way to live. And when you pair that with these incredible, just cutting edge products that just you can't find anywhere else, that changed people's health, that truly change it. It becomes one of the most rewarding things that you could ever be a part of. This is your lifestyle business, and when you choose to build it, you're choosing to build a future that actually looks like you want it to. So there are a lot of trends going on in the world today that are very favorable to an opportunity like RAIN. Holistic wellness, that's a big trend. Social entrepreneurship, people want to do things that matter. Flexible income streams, social selling. I mean, social media has changed everything. And these megatrends are really the wind behind your sails in a business like this. So this is the perfect side gig. It's low risk, flexible hours, purpose driven, and you can help people to do good and earn at the same time. RAIN has given me some of the most incredible opportunities to travel around the world. I've been all around the world with RAIN. And, there are wonderful reward trips and opportunities for travel in RAIN. So if you like to travel, you have an opportunity to do that. And you can earn across 16 time zones. This is a global business. We're in, I think, 45 plus countries. So you literally can earn while you're sleeping. This is a business with heart, and it's profit with a purpose. So now let's talk about a very important principle here, and that's the principle of leverage. Most people don't have leverage. What do I mean by that? When you have leverage, you are able to get paid for doing something once over and over again, because your efforts are amplified. You get paid for the time and efforts of other people while they are also profiting from their time and efforts. So RAIN allows you to do this. And here's the thing, either you're going to use leverage or you're going to work for someone who does. This business puts you on the right side of that equation. So let me tell you a little bit how I learned about leverage. I used to be in rock and roll. I was the lead singer of a couple of successful rock bands in the 80s. I had hit records as the lead singer of Animotion, another band called Device. I had hit records on my own as a solo artist. And, I learned, gosh, every time somebody, plunks down a few dollars for that, I get some money. Every time that plays on the radio, I get some money. Every time it's in a movie, I get some money. And boy, that's a really nice way to live when you can do something once and get paid for it over and over again. That's not something that is involved in most businesses. When I left show business, I started a design business, and I figured out pretty quickly that you can only sell a couch one time. And then you have to look for somebody else to sell a couch to. So finding a business like RAIN was amazing because it allowed me to employ leverage again as I grow a team. And I've got a team around the world. It's been amazing. So let's just look at this for you. Let's say that you started in the business and you were just putting in 15 hours a week. You don't need 40 hours. You just start. So let's say you start with a couple hours a day where you're just telling people about RAIN. All right. So you're working 15 hours. Now, let's say you bring 2 more people into your business. Do you realize you've tripled your hours? You're spending the 15, but the other people are also working 15, and now you got about 45 hours in your business, 15 of which you're contributing. Bring in a few more people with a team of 6 people. Now you've got 105 hours a week of combined effort. And imagine as that just continues to grow. You'll have thousands and thousands of people on your team as you continue to build a business. It's an amazing principle, and it's an exciting principle. And when you see it start to happen, it's really emotional. Now, this compensation plan has 9 ways to earn. You can earn. It's all based on the consumption of products. and you can participate in global pools of income also, even the efforts outside your team as you rise in the ranks. I don't want to get too much into the details. Let me just tell you, it's a very, very lucrative compensation plan. At this point, what I'd like to do is I'd like to pause and I would like to give the opportunity for a few people to share with you their stories, how RAIN has helped them and how it's touched their lives. Over to you guys.
My daughter was in middle school and my son was a toddler when life started getting really difficult. Work was really stressful and my nursing job had me coming home at 9 p.m., which was not working for my family. So I made the decision to walk away from nursing for a little while to stay home with my kids, and I loved it. 8 years later, I was divorced. So I had to work really hard to reestablish my career and to earn what I knew I deserved, and I achieved it. Fast forward a few more years, and now my son is a senior in high school. Child support is ending soon. My rent keeps going up. I may not qualify for any more raises at work because of how much I'm earning, which is still not enough. And because I took an 8-year pause, my retirement is not where I need it to be. So I started panicking. I knew that I needed to find ways to bring in extra income. And that's when I found RAIN. After taking the RAIN products for over a year, I can tell you that these are products that I would be taking whether if I was earning money with them or not. Let me walk you through my routine. I start my day at 5 a.m. with Pure and with Core because I got to get the detox process going. As soon as I get to work, I take Beet. I got to get the blood circulating, and Bright because I have to stay focused on my pediatric patients for at least 8 hours. After lunch, as a snack, I take Soul. Soul is the product I'm going to be taking for the rest of my life because of the antioxidant benefits that it offers. I recently added vitamin D because I got to keep my immune system at top shape always, and because I'm 50. It's harder for me to lose weight, and our vitamin D offers the possibility of reducing the production of new fat cells. I started RAIN with the idea of helping me make ends meet at the end of the month and maybe put away a little extra for retirement. But RAIN has become a family business, which will be life-changing not just for me, but for my children. RAIN is going to allow me to retire early, to live life the way it's supposed to be lived, stress-free and debt-free. My name is Isabel from Houston, Texas, and I am RAIN.
Well, hi, everybody. This is Derek Lord from the Chicago area. My background is in the insurance financial services arena. Been doing that for a long time, good at what I do, enjoy what I do, help a lot of people in their finances. However, recently a couple of questions came up. Part of the questions had to do with ourselves, me, my family, my wife, my kids, my grandkids. And part of it had to do with what are you going to do as far as your life, your lifestyle? What about your legacy? What might you be able to leave behind? Well, one thing is very clear. When the question came up of why RAIN and why now, well, the first part was pretty straightforward. You know, breakthrough science, breakthrough nutrition, fantastic, very helpful because if you don't have good health, it's pretty hard to enjoy a lot of the rest of your life. But there's another part, and that other part had to do with leverage, and it had to do because I'm a math guy. So when I began to listen and realize leverage, it became really clear that I don't have a lot of leverage, and I certainly don't have leverage that extends to a global business. So the reason for now, what an opportunity for me and my family timing wise, because it's something that everybody enjoys, everybody needs to be healthy, everybody needs to have a future. And by the way, somebody asked me, what's one of my favorite products? Well, I don't know how many of you are in a situation where when you have a meeting, it's really, really important that you're there and mentally focused and sharp. Well, one thing I can assure you is, in addition to taking Bright regularly, if I have a meeting, I take an extra one. My name is Derek Lord, and I am RAIN.
I was filling my life with stress. I ran to the kindergarten, I ran to work, I ran home from work, hoping the kindergarten wasn't closed. My shoulders were going up, 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 and my whole life was just stress and knots. So in 2021, I took a big leap and I started my own business, Pilates instructor and physical therapist. And in the year after, I discovered Seed Source Nutrition that made the puzzle complete. Helping people to a better health is something that is so meaningful to me. And I discovered the way of leverage and the community, the support, everything just made sense as an entrepreneur. Of course, I had to test the products first. At the time, I was waking up with stiff and swollen fingers, and I couldn't even put on my socks in the morning. But after a couple of months, I could. And now my fingers are just working like they are supposed to be. I'm also feeling how my energy is more level and I'm not hungry anymore. I'm not eating all the time. My bowel issues are better. And my family are using the products as well. So I just love the products from Rain. I love sharing about them. I love hearing how others are improving their health with these fantastic products. I am Ingrid. I am Rain.
Thank you, everybody, for your amazing stories and your input. We really, really appreciate it. Well, you know, in this business, I want you to know you're in the business for yourself, but not by yourself. You're not building this alone. You're building this with complete support. You've got leaders who will support you. What I love about a business like Rain is that those of us who've gone before you can't succeed without your success. We can't succeed unless you succeed. And so we're totally invested in your success and helping you understand what to do next. And we have an amazing step-by-step system. You will never be wondering, what do I do now? There's just amazing education and just a step-by-step guide that tells you exactly what to do. And there's simple steps, like tapping a link on an app and sending somebody a video. It's really quite simple. So we've built the tools, the training, the system. Rain has done an amazing job, and you just plug in. And honestly, what I would hope that you would do after you've heard this, after you've considered this, I hope that I've touched something in you. This is something that can change so many lives, and not the least of which is yours. So right now, choose your path. You could be a customer if you want. These are amazing, life-changing, life-giving products. Or you could choose to be a Rain partner and grow a business yourself. There's no wrong path. Just choose one that fits you and your goals. But we have options kind of for all. We have several starter options. The retail pack is for people who might just want to retail the product or use it themselves. The builder pack is for somebody that wants to start building a business. And the leadership pack is for those that really want to get a quick start right out of the gate. These come with products, they come with training tools. The difference in the different packages is honestly the amount of product and the level of training. So honestly, guys, the time is now. There's a first in advantage. The only difference between people who change their life and people who don't is that one of those people takes action. So take action. Take action right now. Get back with the person who loved you enough to tell you about this. Thank you so much for being with us. I hope that this has been educational for you. Have a great rest of your day.